In this next topic, you've probably all seen this Model 3 refresh hype that got leaked, but there was another leak from another EV competitor out there, and so we'll definitely take a look at it. This time it's from Volkswagen, and I'll give you my thoughts on it because the ID.7 images and specs have been released, and it kind of looks like another EV that is out there right now, and so we'll talk about it, I guess, from my first thoughts. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. So here it is. Shout out to Drive Tesla. They leaked this. Volkswagen ID.7 images and specs leaked ahead of the premiere. So let's just dive into this, right? So Volkswagen ID.7, I guess this is like their flagship sedan for whatever that is. So a little bit bigger, or I guess lower but bigger. It's kind of like, looks like same height as the ID.4, but a little bit more, of course, sedan. But first impressions, I don't know about you all, but first impressions to me, this looks like a little bit like this, right? A little bit like a EQS. It's funny here, the whole site is in Japanese, or most of the site's in Japanese, but it kind of looks like the EQS, like same egg shape. And I guess like all these EV manufacturers or companies that are making EVs, they're looking for the most efficiency with drag and all that stuff. So that's why they shape all these vehicles the same way. But I feel like you could make these vehicles just a lot more nicer at the end of the day. But ID.7 just got leaked. Looks like top speed of 150 kilomiles an hour. Very, very cool, I guess. Let's see what else. Any other specs like range? Okay, so we've got max speed 155, total mass 2600 kilograms, curb weight 2100. What do we got? 4 tires. Okay, am I just missing something here? Where's like the range? Where's the everything else that's like most important? Okay, pure electric fuel type. Maybe I'm just missing something, or at least maybe the specs about range, charging, and all that stuff were not necessarily leaked, but like the physical specs of the vehicle were leaked. But definitely some cool stuff, I guess. It's good to see, you know, other manufacturers releasing vehicles, because that's going to just put more pressure on Tesla to make these vehicles more enticing. But I mean, this Model 3 refresh definitely looks very enticing, and this is going to sell a ton for Tesla. I mean, there's probably people that just bought a Model 3 or that are on the cusp, but like, maybe I should wait. And that's why I do recommend, if you are buying a Model 3 and you need it, I would just say lease a standard range, because the 7,500 federal tax credit is absorbed within that lease. And so that's why you can get a very low lease payment on a Model 3 standard range, because it has a low 1.9% APR. So, I mean, when I see stuff like this Model 3 rumored refresh versus this, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm okay on the Volkswagen style. Even like this EQS, like it looks good, it looks okay, but you know, I feel like you can do better for sure at the end of the day. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking on the ID.7. I mean, I guess like maybe the ID.4, the ID.7, all those vehicles don't really do anything for me except for the Volkswagen Buzz, but that's because it's like more of a niche vehicle that looks cool at the end of the day. But we're going to jump into our next topic. But before we do that, this video is like sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. Let's see.